This week, my Real Animals adventure has me back in Captiva, Florida, back at the beautiful South Seas Island Resort, fishing with my very good friend, Captain Ozzie Fischer. It's late May here on Florida's West Coast, and that means two things for sure, that you're gonna have big snook in the passes, and you're gonna have tarpon on the beach and on the flats. So we knew one of those two things were probably in play for the day. Today I'm back at beautiful South Seas Island Resort, Captiva, Florida. You know this guy, Captain Ozzie Fischer, taking me fishing. What do you think, Oz? We got a beautiful morning.
It's beautiful out. We're just gonna play it by ear. We're gonna maybe look for some tarpon and maybe do something I haven't done with you in a long time. Fish around these passes, see if we can't get some big snook.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Big snook and tarpon with Ozzie Fischer. It's gonna be a good day.
Mike, so what we got is this, we've had this west wind and it dirties up the water. Well, when the water gets dirty, these snook typically will feed pretty well around these passes. Okay. You know, we're warm, they're coming in here to spawn. So we're gonna start off in here and see if we can't get a few nice fish. I mean, we should probably catch a lot of like mid-range 25 to 28 inch fish, and then we should get a shot at a couple really big fish.
I like it.
Big females coming here to spawn. So we're rigging up, Mike, and what I've done is we're using a 1/2 ounce sinker, and we're going through it twice. And the reason you do that is if you go through once and you make a couple casts, it'll start sliding on you. So if you go through it twice, it'll stay in the same spot every time. You know,
so you're kind of setting the egg sinker.
You're setting the egg sinker.
Captain Ozzie, new tricks. Every time I come to see this guy, it's new tricks.
There you go, Mike. There's a snook.
Atta boy.
Mike, you look good. The only thing you're missing is there feet for your recliner chair there.
Kick my feet up, catch a snook.
Well, bass fishermen figured it out having the chair up front sitting in.
Oh yeah. Boy, look how silver that fish
they
is,
get
huh?
real silvery. Oh, snook, nice way to start out.
Going under.
Little bitty. Here, let me grab it for you. Don't they get white out here?
God, it's unbelievable. They just get so pretty.
First to backcountry, I get it real dark.
Yeah, I see so many fish in Tampa coming out of the rivers.
Yeah, these guys, you get on the beaches, these fish are coming out here getting ready to do their spawn. These are little males waiting for the females to get out here. Hopefully Darlene will be out here soon.
When he decided he wanted it, he ate it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pretty fish.
All right, nice. All right, we'll let it go.
Something you want to look for when you're snook fishing the beach, especially in the passes, those fish use everything they can find for ambush points. And as the waves are crashing on some of these pass edges that we're fishing today, you could see the water was dirtied in these areas.
Got one.
Attaboy. Oh, nice fish. Attaboy.
They're right up by those rocks, Mike.
And snook, they'll use that to their advantage because bait get washed up into that current and into that wave, and they get, you know, kind of discombobulated in there. And snook use that big time as a way to feed in these particular swash channels. So, you know, sometimes I see anglers just working that clean water edge, when really what you want to do is you want to put that bait up there in that dirty water and let it drift right through there. Those snook will find that bait when it comes through there. I guarantee you, every single time.
Don't get up, I got it.
I'm gonna come to you.
I got it.
Just trying to give me a minute, I'll get it.
You're too comfortable. Oh, nice one. That one actually took it good, Mike.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, like I said, 24, 25 incher. You got a lot of these males on the beach. There we go.
There you go, that's a nice fish. Attaboy.
Yeah, nice silver back.
That's a pretty fish, brother. Beautiful fish.
Nice, typical beach snook.
Got a pretty big bag. Looks like they've been eating good.
Oh yeah, nice and healthy. See, there's no marks or anything on them.
Yeah, nothing chasing them around, beating them up.
No dolphins.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll let her go.
Good looking fish.
Or him go. It's a male. There we go.
Hey, springtime beach snooking.
Can't beat it.
Springtime beach snooking, South Seas Island Resort. You gotta love it. It's real interesting being a guide here on the west coast of Florida for so many years. You know, I've been catching a lot of fish the last couple of months just as they've come out of the rivers and kind of headed towards the passes. And when they're on the flats on that dark grass bottom, they got a real dark color to their back. And that's what I've been seeing for the last two and a half months. This has been my first chance to really get out on the beach and get into a really good bite. And boy, those fish are so pretty. When they get to the beach, they tend to just silver up and they whiten out a little bit and blend into that beach bottom a little bit. That white sand we have here in Florida, just it hides them so well on the beach. And it's really, they're just absolutely gorgeous to see when they're out here getting ready to spawn.
Got him. There's a good fish.
Oh, attaboy.
There's a good fish. There's a nice one, Mike. Oh, it's a big one.
That's a good fish, attaboy. That's the one we've been looking for right there, kiddo. That's the one we've been waiting on all morning right there. One of the neat things about a lot of our saltwater species is a lot of fish are born males. And as they get to a certain size, they switch to become females. And this is a neat process, and it's right in that 28 to 32 inch range that snook usually make that transition. And it's really neat to see. I've caught some big snook that were males, but for the most part, these fish make that transition to females. And it's really good to see. You know, we've had some really tough times with the red tides and the freezes over the last 6, 8, 10 years here on Florida's west coast. And there's been times when the population of snook have gotten beaten up pretty good. It's good to see some really big, beautiful breeder fish on the beaches, and that's how you know the fishery's in relatively healthy shape.
Nice 30-inch fish. A nice snook. Big female. You can see all those marks on her from the males nudging her. So strong in this current.
Oh yeah, for sure. God, that's a good fish, Oz. That's the one we wanted right there.
Yeah, forward.
Attaboy. Come here. Come here, big girl. Come say hi to the real animals. Come here.
Nice snook. Nice ape.
Attaboy. Ozzie. You the man, kid.
Nice fish. See those marks on her? Those are from the males.
It's amazing what these fish go through during these times. You know, these passes will load up with really, really big female snook and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of small males. And the battle that goes on down there, you don't get to see it or witness it from above the water, but you can see it when you land a fish. A lot of these fishes have little wounds and little rub marks on them where they've been getting tortured for the spawn. It's really unique to see Mother Nature work in this incredible way. Big old yap, big old head. Nice fish, bud. Ozzie, you are the man.
Nice fat one, man.
Hey, if you're looking for big trophy fish, Captain Ozzie Fischer, South Seas Island Resort, this is your place. This is your guy right here. I caught my biggest snook ever with you, bro. It's still my biggest snook.
First show we ever filmed?
Yeah, first show we ever filmed. Big tarpon, big permit, all kinds of fish offshore. It's unbelievable. What a beauty. Attaboy, Captain. Nice fish.
Dude, that bite felt different than any other bite we've had this morning too. I was like, man, that was a hard knot.
Those big fish just eat different.
Them big fish, you just feel a thump, and then the smaller fish, they struggle to eat the pinfish. Those big fish is just a thump.
Suck it right in.
Yeah.
Nice fish, nice fish. That's
Take
why
it.
we came right there. Attaboy. It's been many, many years since Ozzie and I had the opportunity to pass fish for big snook. You know, one of the first times I got a chance to film with him, probably 13 years ago now, we fished the passes and just had an epic day with just lots and lots of really, really big fish.
Nice fish.
Yeah, there's a good one too.
That's a good one.
Not as good as yours, but it's a good one. You know why? Because it's on the end of my line. You know, the cool thing about snook to me is that they jump. You know, redfish have always been my favorite fish to catch, and a redfish will dig and take drag and just get nasty with you. Snook do the exact same thing, except they jump. That's what makes them such a popular game fish. And then with that cool pinstripe down the side of them, you know, just screaming through the water, they're just a great, great game fish. There's just nothing if you've ever caught a big snook, that's a memory you'll cherish for a lifetime. I think I got him, they get him in the gill, it's like he's hooked
I think
funny.
the line's just wrapped.
Is it rhyme? Something's up.
Yeah, he's hooked in the mouth, he jumped over it.
He went all circus snook on us, huh?
Yeah, he went circus style.
Oh yeah, there he is, now he's unwrapped. What happens this time of year is the snook come from the backcountry where they are in the wintertime, and as it gets warmer, they push to the beach to spawn. And when you roll into the right pass, when the bite's on and there's a ton of fish in that pass, if you've got the right bait, it is one fish after another. Say ah. Circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. That's why these hooks are so important to use. You get these fish feeding so hard here on the beach that they'll suck that J hook right down their gullet. And then you got to cut it out. There, gets in that corner every time. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Save these fish for future generations. That's what it's all about. Conservation. Pretty fish, huh? Thank you for coming, playing along. It's a beautiful thing we get to do here on Florida's West Coast. So much fun, such a beautiful fish. In 1998, a very good friend of mine invented the power pole right in Brandon, Florida, right in my hometown. This little jobby right here has changed the way we fish. John's vision was for total boat control. He was hoping to come up with a plan where he could just push a button, maybe with a remote control or with a dash switch, just lower something into the water, secure his boat, control it, get set up on the fish right where he first found the fish. This is what he came up with. Again, total game changer for us. And he's constantly been, over the last 21 years, kind of changing the game. The hydraulic pumps that run the power poles run on biodegradable hydraulic oil. So that if there's a spill that gets into the waterways, it's not an issue for our environment. He also has recently come up with an app for your phone. The app can control the power pole if you have one, or like my boat that has two, you can control each power pole on its own. One of the really cool features of the app, it even has a diagnostic test that you can run and then email or send that information to Power Pole headquarters. Their technicians can look at it and tell you exactly what's wrong with your power pole. I don't even splash my boat until the power poles go on it. It gives me such an advantage on the water. It'll give you one too. Go to power-pole.com for all the innovative, creative ideas coming at you from this great company called Power Pole.
The South Seas Island Resort on Captiva Island is a 330-acre wildlife preserve which spans 2.5 miles of pristine white sand beaches. Enjoy some of Florida's best fishing, from snook and tarpon to grouper and kingfish, or play a round of golf overlooking the crystal clear waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The Real Animals Fishing Show can't recommend a better island-style getaway than the South Seas Island Resort.
One of the things that's cool about this time of year is different things happen on different tides. Our snook bite was really good in the past, and I could see Ozzie kind of eyeballing this area, and I knew he was going to take another shot to see if we could put a tarpon on the board today. You never come down to South Seas Island Resort and not think that you might catch a tarpon. You know, and we had some great shots today. We had a ton of fish around the boat. And tarpon just get into a mood that Ozzie and I call tarpon being tarpon. Sometimes they chew good for you and sometimes they don't. Sometimes every time you put a bait in a pod, it gets bit instantly. And sometimes you can fish a pod for 4 hours and they won't take a bait. But I think that's what makes them so incredible, especially on the beach. Remember, when you're fishing 120-pound fish in 8 foot of water, there's only one place for that fish to go, and that's up and out. And that's what makes them such a great game fish. It's the epic jumps, the drag screaming, the 25 minutes of you versus the fish. It's just an incredible experience that we get to do here in Florida all the time. Makes you feel pretty spoiled. Today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Ozzie and I, while we were fishing the passes, we're using, this is a Bull Bay rod, of course, my favorite brand, but this is the Real Animals 7'6" 15 to 30 heavy extra fast tip. The key there is the extra fast tip. That gives you a lot of sensitivity at the tip of this rod. When you're fishing that turbulent water and your bait's kind of working up there along the rocks and along all that sand up there, you want to be able to feel that bite right away when it happens so you can set the hook and get that game on. This rod delivers that every time. This is the Penn Slammer 4500. I've got 30-pound braid on here. We're using 40-pound fluorocarbon leader with a 4/0 Mutu Light circle hook. He's got a 1/2 ounce egg sinker tied on here, and all he did was send this fluorocarbon through it a couple of times so it kind of holds it in place right there. When you're fishing the passes, you want to make sure you bring enough rod and reel to the battle. This is a great setup to do what we did. A lot of big fish pile on the passes this time of year. You don't want that fish of a lifetime to get away. Don't come undergunned. Bring the right tools to get the job done. Save that fish of a lifetime. We'd already had a really epic morning on the snook bite and the passes. The tarpon weren't really cooperating, but Ozzie had a couple more things up his sleeve that he wanted to try. He had some oyster bars that have been holding some fish, and he wanted to go take a look. And if Ozzie invites you to go take a look, you go take a look.
That's a big one right there. See him right here, Mike? See him swimming across? Luke, just right there, right there.
Oh, he's chasing it. Oh, dude, that was unbelievable. Give me some, hey. That was unbelievable, dude. Wow, that was epic. Got to watch the whole thing, dude. On just about every fishing trip, if you're really paying attention, something really, really cool happens. And I don't care how many times I've seen it. When you see a fish eat right in front of the boat, you watch the explosion and the power with which they take that meal, it never, ever gets old. I love it every single time it happens. That was awesome.
It's a nice fish, too.
That's the way you draw it up. Ozzie and his pets.
Nothing better than sight fishing.
Dude, that was great. Oh yeah, nice fish.
Yeah, nice fish.
Here, let me help you with that one. That's a good fish, Oz. Nice job, bud. Nice fish. Come here. Come here. That's a nice fish right there.
Yeah, nice 26, 27-inch snook.
We've caught bigger snook together, but that might be one of the coolest. That's a great day, bud. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
Snook
we
fish
had a
in the
little bit of
passes.
adversity. We adapted, overcame, and
You always do. Really, that's the sign of a good charter captain, though. You know, the plan doesn't always go exactly the way you draw it up.
Exactly what we wanted, but we just
We still did it.
Yeah, we did it.
We did
still
it.
caught fish and went fishing.
Yep.
Had good fish.
Good day. Beautiful day. Absolutely epic. It just never gets old coming here. Beautiful white sand beaches, incredible golf opportunities, great restaurants, great accommodations, and absolutely world-class fishing. If you're an offshore guy, an inshore guy, a fly guy, a spin guy, it doesn't matter. South Seas Island Resort has something for you.